Knowing when it's time to need a new job is probably one of the hardest things to pinpoint. Usually you have this feeling for a while, but you kind of are questioning whether or not now is the real time, or maybe you should just try harder or be more grateful, or all of these things. But there are specific signs that I think you should look out for, because there are like spotlight indicators that you have to look for a new job. So stay tuned. Hello, my name is Sara Cardone. I'm a certified career and leadership coach, and welcome to the Find Work You Love channel. In this channel and in my work as a career coach, I help people find their dream jobs where they can work less, make more money, and finally feel happy, fulfilled doing work that they love, where there is no question that they should stay in their job because they love their job. But that is not you. You're questioning whether or not you should be looking for a new job. And that's why you're here. So welcome. If you would like some help finding a new job, I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button so that you get every single video in your feed so that you don't miss a single one. Okay, let's talk the reasons why. Reason number one or I guess we should say signs. Sign number one that it is time for you to look for a new job is there's a lack of growth in your current organization. So you may feel stagnant, and this is where there are limited opportunities for you to advance, not only up the ladder, but also in responsibilities and skill development. So if that's the case, it may be time for you to look elsewhere where you have options for growth. Sign number two, I keep forgetting what I'm calling these. Sign number two, you are feeling burnt out. So this is you. Usually if you're burnt out, you know it's time to look. But there are some signs before burnout, like an increased unhappiness and increased stress, where you are waking up in the middle of the night worried about your work day, where you are agitated at any point in the day because you're struggling with the to-do list, struggling with the emails. It could also be where your creativity and your productivity has decreased. So any of these signs are like early burnout signs, and I do have a video on burnout for you to watch. But if you are burnt out, you know, but if you're approaching burnout, you may be in that questioning stage, and all of these like little bitty baby symptoms of burnout will morph and grow into massive burnout, which we really want to avoid. Like, you want to avoid burnout. It has a way bigger impact on you physically, emotionally, intelligently, mentally than you think. So we really want to avoid that. So any of the baby signs that show up, time to leave. Okay, tip number three is poor work-life balance. And I alluded to this before, but this is where you're working way more than you want to be working, where you're constantly feeling overwhelmed and unable to maintain that sort of a healthy balance. This also happens even when you're not working, but you can't stop thinking about work. I count that as a poor work-life balance. So if that's happening, then it might be time to look for a job. A negative work environment, so all the way from just things aren't going really well to toxic work environments. And I have a couple videos on toxic workplaces. So this is like poor leadership, lack of teamwork or cattiness, frequent conflicts. So obviously this has significant impact on your mental well-being, on your ability to do your job to its fullest. So if that is the case in your work environment, it's time to look for a new job. Sign number 5, your money just is not changing. your compensation is stagnant. So this is if you haven't received a raise in a while, because they keep having like wage freezes and it doesn't seem like it's happening in the future. Like, we can't afford to stay in organizations that refuse to budge our salary and compensation. And you shouldn't be grateful just to have a salary. Like, things are costing a heck of a lot more now than they were a year ago, especially like 3 years ago, 5 years ago. So if you aren't getting raises, it is a clear sign that it is time for you to find a new job. Sign number 6. What am I? 6. Yeah. Obviously a change in personal circumstances. So any sort of changes in your life, like relocation or health issues, maybe because of burnout or family issues, anything that may require a change that your current job and current company can accommodate. So if you need to move cities and they won't allow a working remote, if you have a family member that now requires more time because you need to take them to therapy, any sort of therapy, or you need to take a parent to a variety of doctor's appointments and stuff, and your current work isn't offering any flexibility, that is definitely time for a change. So to recap the 6 signs that it is time for you to look for a new job. Number 1, lack of growth in your current position. Number 2, you're unhappy or you're approaching burnout. Number 3, poor work-life balance. Number 4, your work environment is toxic or it's just negative. Number 5, stagnant compensation. And number 6, change in personal circumstances. Now, obviously, your instincts, trust your instincts. And if your instincts keeps telling you it's time to look for a new job, but you are shooting yourself or you are trying to rationalize why you should stay in a new job, I don't know, I would trust your instincts. And if you find that your current position is no longer aligning with your career goals, your values, your well-being, I think it might be time to start looking for new opportunities. And I can help with that for free. I want you to grab my Find Your Dream Job guide. It is a guide that walks through the entire process of finding a job that has growth, that leaves you happy, that gives you that work-life balance you want, that is not in a negative work environment, that gives you the money that you deserve and suits your family and your personal circumstances. So grab that below. And otherwise, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video to help you on your path to that new job. And I will see you again. Take care. Have a great week. Bye. If you liked this video, then I invite you to join me in the Find Your Dream Job program, where you work less, make more money, and finally feel fulfilled doing work that you love. Find out more at www.saracurto.ca/CYLA. See you there.